SAO is terrible. If you're into watching teenagers playing a death game mixed with a bit of romance, then I'd recommend checking out The Hunger Games and its follow-up The Hunger Games Catching Fire. They're a lot better than SAO, and I'll explain some reasons why that's the case in this video. Stick around afterwards, and I'll tell you some interesting trivia about the Hunger Games movies and cast members. Anyways, let's get started. Story and writing. The Hunger Games and The Hunger Games Catching Fire are well written because they grab your attention and keep you hooked from start to finish. The stories are like roller coasters, full of ups and downs that make you want to know what happens next. In The Hunger Games, you're thrown into this wild world where kids have to fight each other to the death. It's a thrilling and intense movie, and you find yourself right in the heart of it. Then in Catching Fire, they crank up the excitement. The stakes get even higher, and you're on the edge of your seat wondering how the characters are gonna win. The story keeps you guessing, and just when you think you know what's gonna happen, they throw in a surprise. Both movies have a cool mix of action, emotion, and suspense that makes you feel like you're part of the adventure. As a whole, the Hunger Games movies hold up a mirror to society, making us think about fairness, courage, friendship, and questioning authority. It's a lesson about why life should be fair for everyone, the power of courage in tough times, the strength of sticking together with friends, and why we should question if it's okay for certain people to control everything. SAO has awful writing. The story is a hot mess. It's like the author threw a bunch of random ideas into a blender without bothering to check if they actually fit together in a believable way. SAO struggles with deciding its tone, bouncing between serious moments and a more cheesy power fantasy vibe. SAO is about as exciting as watching paint dry, but with the added bonus of making you question your sanity. The story drags on like a snail with a hangover, and just when you think something interesting might happen, it fizzles out like a wet firecracker. Furthermore, SAO's action is abysmal. It's like they're fighting in slow motion, with all the intensity of a pillow fight. You genuinely have more fun watching The Room.
What a story, Mark.
SAO is a snooze fest that makes you question why you wasted your time on it in the first place. SAO is actually the perfect cure for people who suffer from insomnia. It's so boring that you'll be counting sheep just to stay awake through it. Characters. The characters in the Hunger Games movies surpass those in SAO by a wide margin. Katniss Everdeen stands out as a character thanks to her strength and relatability. She's not your typical hero. She's a resourceful young woman who's fiercely protective of her friends and family. Katniss's transformation from a struggle for survival in a harsh world to becoming a symbol of resistance against a controlling government is very interesting. Her ability to navigate challenging situations and make tough decisions, coupled with her empathy and loyalty, makes her both admirable and human. Peeta Mellark is a beloved character due to his kind and caring personality. His strength lies in his ability to use words and sincerity rather than physical force. Peeta's unwavering love and support for Katniss, even when facing danger, makes him endearing. He's not afraid to show vulnerability, which adds depth to his character, and his resilience in the face of adversity is inspiring. Peeta's determination to hold on to his humanity and kindness in a brutal environment makes him a truly good and relatable character. Haymitch Abernathy is a compelling character due to his complex nature. He's a flawed mentor, grappling with past trauma and alcoholism, making him both relatable and realistic. Despite his rough exterior, Haymitch possesses sharp intelligence, guiding Katniss and Peeta with wisdom, gained from his own experience in the brutal Hunger Games. His transformation from a seemingly jaded drunk to a caring and strategic mentor makes him an intriguing character in the series. Finnick Odair is a great character due to his multifaceted personality and hidden depth. At first glance, he appears as a charming and confident individual, using his charisma to navigate capital society. As the story progresses, we discover that Finnick is more than just a pretty face. He's layered with vulnerabilities and possesses a genuine heart. Moreover, Finnick's tragic backstory and the burden of having to mask his true self to survive in a cruel world make him endearing. Joanna Mason has an unapologetic and no-nonsense personality. She's refreshingly honest and often blunt, qualities that set her apart from the more reserved characters. Her defiance against the oppressive regime and her ability to speak her mind, even when it's risky, make her a symbol of resistance. Her complexity lies in the contrast between her sharp wit and the emotional scars she carries. SAO's characters are bland and unoriginal. They come across as uninspired and predictable. It's hard to relate to or care about these characters due to their lack of development and uninteresting personalities. They're shallow and one-dimensional, lacking the ability to captivate the audience or evoke any genuine emotions. Visuals. The visuals in the Hunger Games movies are pretty awesome. They've got this way of showing the different places in the story that grabs your attention right away. The movie makes all the places look really interesting and unique. The costumes and the way they set up each location make everything feel real. The action scenes are also filmed in a really cool way, with effects that make them exciting and fun to watch. All these details put together make the movies visually stunning, and add a lot to the whole experience of watching them. When you're watching these movies, you can't help but notice how they've managed to make everything look so cool and engaging. They've paid attention to every little detail to make sure that everything looks just right, which makes the movies really stand out visually. The visuals in SAO are lacking. The animation often looks rough and not up to par compared to other shows. The action scenes or backgrounds don't always pop or draw you in visually. It's like they didn't put in the effort to make it look as cool or eye-catching as it could have been. It's a letdown in terms of visual appeal and detail, making it fall behind other shows in the visual department. Adaptation. The Hunger Games movies do a good job of staying true to the main source material. They keep the key events, characters, and important moments intact without changing them too much. When you watch the movies, you'll recognize the major scenes and plot points that were in the novels. The characters act a lot like how they were described, and the overall story follows the same path. While some details might get condensed or tweaked for the sake of time, the movies generally maintain the spirit of the books without straying too much, so fans of the original story can feel like they're seeing the same tale on the big screen. The SAO anime seriously messes up as an adaptation of the light novels. It goes and changes or straight up ignores important stuff from the original story. This means crucial details and character development get thrown out the window. The show rushes through things or mixes up the order of events, making the story feel like a messy patchwork. Fans of the original novels might feel let down because they're missing out on what they expected. As you can see, it's evident that the Hunger Games movies surpass SAO by a long shot. I don't get why anyone would watch SAO when there are so many better choices out there. If the Hunger Games movies aren't your cup of tea, there's lots of alternatives, such as Squid Game, Alice in Borderland, Battle Royale, Escape Room, Ready or Not, and The Belko Experiment, to name just a few compelling choices. I'm definitely looking forward to the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes movie as well. And now for some trivia about the Hunger Games movies and cast members. 10 facts about the Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence was paid $500,000 for this movie. Jennifer Lawrence was initially cast as the lead in Savages, but she dropped out to do this movie. The design of the cornucopia was inspired by the work of Frank Gehry. Director Gary Ross wanted to make this movie because his children were fans of the books. Jennifer Lawrence, who plays Katniss, and Josh Hutcherson, who plays Peeta, were both born in Kentucky. Alexander Ludwig, who plays Cato, worked out with a U.S. Navy SEAL for 4 hours a day in order to get in shape. Lenny Kravitz was cast as Cinna without even having to audition for the role. According to Box Office Mojo, the movie sold over 50 million tickets in the United States. This movie broke the record for first-day advance ticket sales on Fandango. This movie was the top-selling video title for the year 2012. 10 facts about the Hunger Games: Catching Fire. Woody Harrelson and Philip Seymour Hoffman share the same birthday, July 23rd. This is the highest-rated movie of the entire Hunger Games franchise on Rotten Tomatoes. Donald Sutherland and Jenna Malone played father and daughter in the movie Pride and Prejudice. Stanley Tucci and Toby Jones, the announcers in this movie, worked together on Captain America: The First Avenger. Lindsay Lohan was interested in playing Johanna Mason. This is the highest-grossing movie in the entire Hunger Games franchise. Box Office Mojo estimates that the movie sold over 51 million tickets in the United States. This is the first movie with a female protagonist since The Exorcist 1973 to top the yearly box office. The song Atlas was nominated for a Golden Globe Award and a Grammy Award. This is the highest-grossing movie distributed by Lionsgate. 10 facts about the Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1. Jennifer Lawrence did her own singing during the Hanging Tree segment. The song went #1 on the worldwide iTunes sales chart. This movie introduces over 10 new characters. Julianne Moore signed on to the movie because her 2 children were fans of the Hunger Games books. Jodie Foster was considered for the role of Alma Coin. This movie was dedicated to Philip Seymour Hoffman, who died a week before filming ended. This movie was released on November 21st, the same day of Jenna Malone's birthday. The word Mockingjay was said about 20 times in the movie. This is the only Hunger Games movie that was now released in IMAX. This movie has 4 Oscar winners and 2 Oscar nominees. Julianne Moore and Josh Hutcherson played mother and son in the movie The Kids Are Alright. 10 facts about the Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 2. This movie had the most digital effects out of all the Hunger Games movies. This is the lowest grossing movie in the entire Hunger Games franchise. Katniss Everdeen's red outfit on the poster never appears in the movie. Director Francis Lawrence considers this to be the most violent movie out of all the Hunger Games movies. The cast has stated that the most difficult scene to shoot was the sewer scene. This is the second movie sequel of 2015 to feature an actor that died while the movie was in production. The first was Furious 7. For her role in the movie, Jennifer Lawrence was awarded the Favorite Movie Actress at the 2016 Kids' Choice Awards and also Best Hero at the 2016 MTV Movie Awards. Many scenes of the Capitol were actually shot in Paris or Berlin. This is the only movie in the entire Hunger Games franchise that did not receive a Golden Globe nomination for Best Original Song. This movie won the 2016 Golden Trailer Awards for Best Fantasy Adventure TV Spot and Best Fantasy Adventure Poster. 10 10 facts about Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence graduated from high school 2 years early in order to start her acting career. Jennifer Lawrence is a natural blonde. She dyed her hair brown for the role of Katniss in The Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence has been nominated for 3 Academy Awards, and she won 1 Academy Award. Jennifer Lawrence was named one of Time magazine's top 100 most influential people in the world for the year 2013. Jennifer Lawrence's favorite colors are blue and gold. Jennifer Lawrence was the highest paid actress for the years 2015 and 2016. Jennifer Lawrence is good friends with Amy Schumer. When she was young, Jennifer Lawrence wanted to become a doctor. Jennifer Lawrence's hobbies are playing guitar, painting, and surfing. Jennifer Lawrence's favorite sport is basketball. 10 facts about Josh Hutcherson. Josh Hutcherson won the Young Artist Awards for leading young actor for his roles in Zathura and Bridge to Terabithia. Josh Hutcherson had a voice acting role in the English dub of Hayao Miyazaki's Howl's Moving Castle. Josh Hutcherson has a younger brother named Connor. Josh Hutcherson has said that Jake Gyllenhaal is one of his inspirations. In May of 2012, Josh Hutcherson purchased Heath Ledger's former house for $2.5 million. In total, Josh Hutcherson has done about 1,700 interviews for his role in the Hunger Games movies. While messing around on the set of the Hunger Games, Jennifer Lawrence accidentally kicked Josh Hutcherson in the head. He was knocked out and he got a concussion. Josh Hutcherson loves watching reality TV shows. His favorites are Long Island Medium and Breaking Amish. Josh Hutcherson has said that if he wasn't an actor, he'd love to be a football player. Josh Hutcherson's favorite superhero is Batman. 10 facts about Liam Hemsworth. Liam Hemsworth has 2 older brothers, Luke and Chris. Both of them are also actors. Liam Hemsworth's older brother Luke is the one that inspired him to become an actor. Liam Hemsworth is an avid surfer and he has been surfing since he was a kid. Before he was famous, Liam Hemsworth used to work at a bakery and a bowling alley. Liam Hemsworth was the host of the 2010 Nickelodeon Australian Kids' Choice Awards. Liam Hemsworth is an ambassador of the Australian Childhood Foundation. Liam Hemsworth was one of the final choices for the role of Thor. However, he eventually lost out to his older brother Chris. Liam Hemsworth is a vegan. Liam Hemsworth is obsessed with squirrels. Liam Hemsworth's favorite actors are Leonardo DiCaprio, Heath Ledger, and Paul Newman. Well, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more SAO hate videos. If you're a salty SAO fanboy who can't take criticism, feel free to dislike the video and leave an angry comment. I really don't care about your opinion, and I'm not gonna stop hating on SAO. Just leave your stupid comments in your pocket. Keep the SAO hate burning bright, and see you in the next video.